Hello friends. Watching and listening to these sample answers, multiple times, will adapt you to the language and vocabulary, used in answering cue cards of Part 2. Describe a time when you received good service in a restaurant. You should say, when and where this happened, what type of restaurant it was, what made the services good, and how you felt about the experience.
One of the best dining experiences I had in Pune was at a restaurant called Malacca Spice. I went there with my friends on a weekend evening, and we were all very impressed with the service we received. Malacca Spice is a popular area for dining and nightlife in Pune. The ambience of the restaurant was very welcoming and warm, with dim lighting and comfortable seating arrangements. The overall decor was inspired by Southeast Asian culture, and it added to the overall experience. What made the service at Malacca Spice stand out was the attentiveness of the staff. From the moment we walked in, we were greeted with smiles and welcomed to the restaurant. The waiter who served us was very knowledgeable about the menu and offered suggestions based on our preferences. He was also very accommodating of any dietary restrictions we had. The service was prompt and efficient, and the staff were always there to refill our glasses of water or clear our plates. They were also very courteous and made us feel like we were valued customers. Even though the restaurant was quite busy that evening, the staff made sure that we didn't feel neglected or rushed. Overall, I felt very satisfied with the experience at Malacca Spice. The combination of good food and excellent service made for a memorable dining experience. The staff made us feel welcome and comfortable throughout the meal, and it was evident that they were passionate about providing good service to their customers. I would definitely recommend this restaurant to anyone looking for a great dining experience in Pune.
Describe a time when you were unsuccessful at something. You should say, what it was that you tried to do, when and where this happened, why you were unsuccessful, and how you felt about the experience.
One of the things that I was unsuccessful at was becoming an army officer. Coming from an army background, I had always aspired to join this elite organization and dreamed of serving my country. However, despite my best efforts, I was unable to make it through the selection process. I first applied to join the army after completing my graduation. I had studied economics, and alongside was part of NCC, which was another reason of inspiration and motivation to join this elite organization. I went through several rounds of tests and interviews, including a written exam, a physical fitness test, and a medical examination. I felt confident in my abilities and was hopeful that I would be selected. Unfortunately, I was not selected for the next stage of the selection process, which was a group discussion and an interview with a panel of officers. I was disappointed but not disheartened. I knew that the selection process was tough and that only a small percentage of applicants were selected. I decided to try again a few years later, after gaining some work experience. I thought that my experience would make me a stronger candidate. I went through the same selection process again and was hopeful that I would do better this time. However, once again, I was not selected for the next stage of the process. Reflecting on my experience, I realized that there were several reasons why I was unsuccessful. One of the main reasons was that I lacked confidence in myself. I was always second-guessing my abilities and was not able to present myself as a strong candidate during the interviews. I also realized that I needed to work on my communication skills and my physical fitness. Although I was disappointed at the time, I don't regret trying to become an army officer. It was a valuable experience that taught me a lot about myself and my strengths and weaknesses. I learned that failure is a part of life and that it's important to keep trying, even if you don't succeed the first time. I also learned that there are many other ways to serve my country, and I am now pursuing a career in public service.
Describe a job that you would be good at. You should say, what the job is, why you would be good at it, what skills and qualities are required for the job, and what you think would be challenging about the job.
One job that I believe I would be good at is a fashion designer. As someone who has always been interested in fashion and clothing, I feel that this job would be a great fit for me. As a fashion designer, my primary responsibility would be to create new and innovative designs for clothing and accessories. I would need to be able to come up with ideas for new styles and trends that would appeal to a wide range of customers. I believe that I would be good at this job because I have a keen eye for detail and a strong sense of creativity. I am able to visualize different designs and styles in my mind, and I am confident that I would be able to create unique and exciting clothing collections. To be a successful fashion designer, one must have several skills and qualities. First and foremost, one needs to have a strong sense of creativity and artistic ability. It's also essential to have a good understanding of fashion trends and the ability to keep up with the latest styles. In addition to these skills, a fashion designer also needs to have excellent communication and collaboration skills. This is because fashion design is a team effort, and a designer must work closely with other professionals, such as textile manufacturers and fashion buyers, to create the final product. One of the most challenging aspects of being a fashion designer is the constant need to stay up to date with the latest trends and styles. The fashion industry is constantly changing, and designers must be able to adapt to these changes quickly. Additionally, the job can be demanding and high pressure, especially when working on tight deadlines. Despite these challenges, I am confident that I would excel as a fashion designer. I believe that I have the skills, creativity, and determination to succeed in this industry. I am excited about the prospect of working in the fashion industry and bringing my unique perspective to the world of fashion.
Describe a web series you watched recently. You should say what this series is called, what the series is all about, who are the main characters, and what you liked or disliked about this web series.
One of the latest series that I watched and enjoyed recently is called Money Heist. This series has gained immense popularity worldwide and has become a sensation for all the right reasons. Money Heist is a Spanish series that follows a group of robbers who plan to execute the biggest robbery in history by breaking into the Royal Mint of Spain. The show features a group of 8 robbers who go by code names such as Tokyo, Berlin, Nairobi, and Rio. Each character has a unique backstory and personality, which adds depth to the show and keeps the audience engaged. The main character of the series is a criminal mastermind known as the Professor. He recruits the group of robbers and guides them through the entire heist. The group is aided by a hostage-turned-ally, Raquel Murillo, who is the lead negotiator for the police. One of the things I loved about this series was the way it kept me on the edge of my seat. Every episode is packed with suspense, and it's hard to predict what will happen next. The characters are well developed and have their own motivations, which makes it easy to become invested in their storylines. Another aspect of the show that I appreciated was the cinematography. The series is shot beautifully, with stunning visuals that make the show feel cinematic. The soundtrack is also exceptional, with a mix of classical and modern music that adds to the intensity of the show. One of the things I disliked about the series was that at times, it felt like the plot was being dragged out. Some episodes felt slower than others, and I found myself losing interest at times. However, the intense moments and unexpected twists made up for this, and overall, I thoroughly enjoyed the show. In conclusion, Money Heist is an exciting and intense series that kept me on the edge of my seat. The characters are well developed, and the cinematography and soundtrack are exceptional. While there were moments where the plot felt slow, the show's unexpected twists and intense moments more than made up for it. I would highly recommend this series to anyone looking for an exciting and well-crafted show to watch.
Describe a movie you watched recently. You should say what this movie is called, what the movie is all about, who are the main characters, and what you liked or disliked about this movie.
I recently watched the much-anticipated sequel to the 2009 blockbuster movie Avatar, called Avatar 2023. The movie is once again directed by James Cameron and other cast members Sam Worthington, Zoe Saldana, and Sigourney Weaver, Kate Winslet and Vin Diesel. The plot of Avatar 2023 picks up several years after the events of the first movie, with the humans once again attempting to colonize the planet of Pandora. However, this time they are met with a more organized and determined resistance from the Na'vi, who have spent years preparing to defend their home against the human invaders. The story centers around Jake Sully, who is now the leader of the Na'vi, as he tries to find a peaceful solution to the conflict while also protecting his people. One of the things that I found most impressive about Avatar 2023 was the continuation of the exceptional world building from the first movie. The planet Pandora is once again brought to life in stunning detail, with new locations and creatures that expand on the already rich and vibrant world. The visuals are even more impressive than in the first movie, with advancements in technology allowing for more detailed and realistic CGI effects. Another aspect of the movie that I enjoyed was the exploration of themes such as colonialism, environmentalism, and the importance of cultural preservation. The conflict between the humans and the Na'vi is not just a physical one but a clash of values and ideologies. The movie raises important questions about the impact of human actions on the natural world and the need to respect and protect indigenous cultures and ways of life. The characters in Avatar 2023 are also well developed and engaging. The returning cast members do an excellent job of reprising their roles, while the new cast members bring fresh energy and perspectives to the story. The character of Neytiri, played by Zoe Saldana, is particularly compelling, as she takes on a more prominent role and has to navigate the challenges of leadership and personal loss. One criticism of Avatar 2023 is that the plot can feel somewhat familiar, with echoes of the first movie's storyline. However, I feel that the movie does enough to differentiate itself and build on the themes and characters established in the first movie. In conclusion, Avatar 2023 is a worthy sequel to the 2009 blockbuster movie. The world building is exceptional, the visuals are stunning, and the exploration of important themes such as colonialism and environmentalism is thought-provoking. The characters are well developed and engaging, and the story delivers a satisfying conclusion to the conflict between the humans and the Na'vi. Overall, I would highly recommend Avatar 2023 to anyone who enjoyed the first movie or is a fan of science fiction and fantasy.
Describe a meeting you remember at work. You should say when and where the meeting was held, who was at the meeting, what the people at meeting talked about, and explain why you remember going to this meeting.
I remember attending a pre-sale meeting at my previous job as a project manager for a software development company. The meeting was held about 2 years ago in the company's conference room. The meeting was attended by the sales director, program manager, project managers, and other team members who were involved in the pre-sale process. The purpose of the meeting was to discuss a new project that the sales team had recently secured and to create a plan for delivering the project to the client. During the meeting, the sales director presented the details of the project, including the client's requirements, budget, and timeline. The program manager then discussed the technical aspects of the project, including the software tools and resources that would be required. The project managers and other team members also provided input on the project's requirements and feasibility. The meeting was memorable for several reasons. Firstly, it was the first time that I had participated in a pre-sale meeting at that company, so it was a valuable learning experience for me. Secondly, it was exciting to be a part of the team that would deliver the project to the client, and the meeting gave me a sense of purpose and motivation. Moreover, the meeting was also memorable because of the level of collaboration and teamwork that was displayed. Everyone at the meeting was actively engaged in the discussion, and there was a real sense of commitment to delivering the project successfully. It was evident that the sales team, program manager, and project managers had worked closely together to develop a solid plan for delivering the project. In conclusion, the pre-sale meeting was a memorable experience for me because it was an important step in the process of delivering a significant project, and it demonstrated the value of collaboration and teamwork in achieving success. Thank you for watching. Please keep sharing for the aspirants who are preparing for International English Language Test.